Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a lovely day. Today I have Slimming World Paella, or Paella some people may say in the UK, and that's absolutely fine. But today I'm really looking forward to trying this. It is part of the 3 for £10 deal in the Food Warehouse. So what it does say is that I am sunshine in a bowl, and they advise you to serve it with your favourite vegetables. Now, it does have a 1 chilli rating, and it is exclusive to Iceland and Food Warehouse, just because they are, linked. It's the same company. They advise you to keep it frozen. Now, the container itself looks really quite full. There's a lot of rice in there, and a lot of vegetables, a lot of sort of meats in there as well, and it's pretty heavy. Now, as I said in my previous video, the grams total of the container is around 550 grams, and that is a lot of food. It's a lot of rice, it's a lot of meat and things as well in there. Now, obviously it's all sort of low fat, healthier foods, but it's still a lot of food regardless. So for lunch, myself and my husband will share this. If we do have any of these meals for dinner, again, we probably would still share it and have vegetables on the side. It does save us money, and it also means that we can just cook one meal if we're really pushed for time. Now, buying convenience meals like this is not something that I want to have every day, but we need to go for a food shop, which we're going to do today, and that'll last us for another couple of days until we decide what planned meals we're going to be having for the next couple of days ahead as well. Now, I know some people do meal planning for the whole week, but I just like to do like a couple of days, maybe 3 days, and then it also means that I'm getting the freshest ingredients as well, and then not accidentally buying things and then they maybe go to waste or they have to be put in the freezer and then you forget about them, and then it's like, oh, I don't really want to use that. So I think for me it works to do meal planning for like 2-3 days, and it also means that we're not wasting extra money and extra food, because as you probably all know, you change your mind, don't you? So it may be that you plan to have a specific thing on, say, Thursday, and it gets to Thursday and you really just don't fancy it, you don't feel up to it, but then you make it and you eat it and you just don't enjoy it the same. And it's all about enjoying your food. I'm very much all about that, and I always have been. So if I don't like something, which is very rare for me to not to like something, but if I don't, or I'm not really keen, I'm not going to have it, I'll choose something else. So again, it just kind of saves us from doing that. It also means that if possible, we can meal prep in advance, especially for lunches and breakfasts. Dinner, I do like to cook dinner fresh if I can help it, but for tomorrow night, for example, I do have some chilli and rice. Well, I've got the rice in the cupboard, but I do have some chilli already made up that I made the other day. It is Slimming World friendly. I think any homemade chilli really would be pretty Slimming World friendly, as long as you don't use like the big jars of like the really sort of like luxurious tomato sauces and things, just because they're really high in sugars. Personally, for me, I don't buy them anyway, so it's not something new. And I do like to cook with passata, chopped tomatoes, puree, etc., to get that lovely sort of tomatoey sauce. And obviously you can add your own stuff in it at home as well. So for us, it works out best that way, because Logan has a club tomorrow night, and it'll just mean that we can just come in, I'll defrost the food during the day, come in from work, and then we just need to basically put it into the microwave, cook some rice, easy dinner. So yeah, it does help a wee bit, doesn't it? So with regards to this, it is quite a large, so they do have a recipe, as I've said in the previous video, for 4 people, and the ingredients in there are pretty significant, quite large amounts of food. But obviously you could make it, and as I said before, you could freeze it or put it in the fridge for like lunches, dinners, easy stuff that you can just take out and heat up. So if that's your thing, then on you go, you do it. So this says that it's a cooked seared chicken strips and cooked sliced chorizo style sausage, I need to put my teeth in, with roasted red peppers, onions, sliced mushrooms and peas, with cooked yellow rice in a smoky sauce. And they advise you for best results to cook from frozen. Now, it does advise you to cook it for 12 minutes. You just need to, use your own judgment on that, depending on your microwave settings and microwave power. Make sure it's really hot and it's all thoroughly cooked through before you tuck in. And it does advise you can cook it in the oven, but for 40 minutes, which we just won't be doing. We won't be cooking any of the frozen Slimming World meals in the oven at all. It's just too much power and energy really. It would make our fees, our sort of utility bills go right up, which we're not wanting. So although every effort has been made to remove all bones, some may remain, and they also have the ingredients on the side. Now, there are no ingredients in bold, which suggests to me that there are no allergens in there, but obviously people can be allergic to anything, so you have to use your own caution at home if you are wanting to have this. Per 100 grams of this meal is 87 calories, 0.9 grams of fat, 0.3 grams of saturated fats, 12.5 grams of carbs, 2.1 grams of sugars, 1.8 grams of fibre, 6.1 gram of protein and 0.6 grams of salt. And with all of the meals from Slimming World in the freezer section in Food Warehouse or Iceland, they do say that it is a high in protein, low in fat and low in saturated fat meal, and they advise that protein is contributing to maintenance of muscle mass, normal bones. Reducing consumption of saturated fat also contributes to the maintenance of normal blood cholesterol, and enjoy this as part of a very balanced diet and a healthy lifestyle as well. So what I'm going to do today is go and heat this up. We are going to have it like now, so heat it up and I'll come back and tell you what it tastes like. I'll show you what it tastes like, what it looks like as well, and hopefully that'll be helpful to you guys. So I'll see you in a minute. So I've been to get the paella from the microwave, and it does look and smell really, really good. There's quite a barbecue-y, sort of smoky smell coming from it, which is right up my street. It does smell pretty authentic, having been to Spain many times and enjoyed paella when I'm in tapas restaurants, etc. So really looking forward to trying this. There's a lot of ingredients in it, so lots and lots of rice. We've got mushrooms, we've got some onion, we've got peas, lots of chicken, and we also have some peppers and the chorizo as well. It does look really, really substantial. It looks great, to be honest. And I'll just try to show you how it looks in the dish before we have a wee taste of it. So lots and lots of filling ingredients in there. As I said, smells lovely, and we've got this sort of seared chicken, which I'm sure will taste good. But yeah, let's have a wee try. Let's dig in and see how it is. So I'll try to get a little bit of chicken, a little bit of chorizo, and some vegetables, as well as some rice, just so I can sort of have a proper mouthful for you guys and let you know how it tastes. So, bon appetit! Do you know what? That's really, really good. It's probably one of the best rice-based convenience meals I've had for a very long time. You used to be able to get a mushroom risotto from Tesco's, but I've not seen it there for a long, long time. That used to be my go-to if I was ever really needing something that I could just keep in the freezer, bring out and shove in the microwave if I was running short of time due to work or things outside of work commitments, etc. So there is a really good smokiness to this. It smells really, really nice. There's a nice aftertaste. It's not bitter, it's not too sweet, and I think the rice, it's not your typical risotto rice that you would normally get, like arborio rice, but the rice that's here is fine. I think it's just sort of pretty standard, normal yellow rice. I'll just try to show you a little bit of it there, but it doesn't bring the dish down. It doesn't not make it taste very nice or anything like that. Whenever I'm making the sort of paella rice at home, I generally would use the sort of arborio rice, just so that you can add more liquid into it just as you're cooking it down to give it more flavour. And I know it's not a risotto, but I prefer to use that rice myself, and I have seen it being used in a couple of restaurants as well. And it usually is a dish that sort of is cooked for quite a while, and then you would add in your stuff on top, like your seafood or whatever. But yeah, really looking forward to having this for lunch. Myself and my husband, as I said, will share it. And as I said before, it is part of the deal which is currently on in Food Warehouse. I don't know if it's the same deal that's in Iceland. I'm not sure whether the deals are the same in both shops, even though it's the same company. But what I will say is that for three of these big sort of dishes, 550 grams worth, for £10, that feeds both of us per meal, is excellent value. And what I think I'll probably do at some point, not sure if I'll manage it this week, but if I can, I'll definitely show you guys at home. But I think it would be good to do a sort of shopping list of what is on the ingredients cards or on the Slim World website regards certain meals, so the frozen ones compared to actually buying it and making it fresh. So is it cheaper to buy it frozen, or does it taste better if you make it fresh but it may cost you more money? So I think doing a little bit of a bit of investigating work would be good, just to see how that all adds up. But certainly it is something that I would like to do. Whether it's related to this dish or maybe another one, don't know yet, but it's just a bit of an idea that I've got. So I hope this video has been useful to you. My weigh-in day will be a Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, and as I said, I'll try to keep you up to date as much as I can, but the whole purpose and point of changing angle, if you like, of the channel a wee bit is so that we can promote what we're doing. We can show you guys that it doesn't have to cost a lot of money to eat better, and I think that's something that we definitely found over the last couple of months, is that it's a lot cheaper to get a Too Good To Go bag than it is to get reduced food in a shop that may be a bit healthier for you. And I think that's a real shame that we're at that point in the world, in this country, but it certainly doesn't help with people's finances and their health if they're trying to balance both of them at the same time. People are always going to go for the cheaper option if they genuinely do not have enough money to buy the healthier foods. And it may be that they can afford the healthier foods, but they can't afford to cook them because of the utility bills being through the roof. And yeah, it's difficult, it really is. So if I can do anything to help make budget meals or healthier meals a little bit cheaper for you guys and show you what we're doing or what I'm doing, then that's all I want to do. So I hope it's been useful, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'm away to enjoy this. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.